What is up, YouTube? We are back with another video. I wanted to do a quick video because I see a lot of people in my comment section always asking why I'm playing Manon and like what is the strength to playing Manon and how good / bad she is. So I wanted to do a quick YouTube video explaining the pros and the cons that Manon has in the current meta of Street Fighter 6. So I guess I will start off with the pros to playing Manon, since there are a decent amount of pros, I feel like, to playing Manon. So I guess to start off with playing Manon, that I feel like people don't really see, is Manon's buttons are actually quite good. I actually think she has like top 3 buttons in the game from I guess like a character's perspective. I feel like a lot of her normals are like insanely good. Her stand medium punch is one of the better ones in the game. The only stand medium punch I think that's better than hers is probably like Luke. Or, yeah, probably like Luke, maybe JP. But like her stand medium punch is really good. Her crouch medium punch is really good. Her light kick can punish a lot of things that are usually unpunishable. For example, if Jamie does like a simple a simple Rekka like that, most characters wouldn't be able to punish. I remember complaining Jury not being able to punish this when I played in the beta. But Manon's really good because her light kick goes really far and you get an easy punish counter combo into whatever you kind of want to go from there. So yeah, Manon's really good for punishing that. Another really good thing she's good at punishing is Jamie's sweep, which is also a very obnoxious button for people to deal with. But Manon actually gets really good punishes off of Jamie's sweep. She gets like the easy heavy punch target combo. So that is actually, I feel like, surprisingly, Manon is very good at punishing with her like insanely good buttons. Another pro I feel like Manon has, which is a pretty obvious pro, is she has a command grab. And you guys know me, I think perfect parry is kind of broken in this game. I think parry is kind of like insanely strong. So having a command grab is really good because in this scenario, yeah, in that scenario, easy perfect parry a lot of the time. But since Manon has a command grab, she can always mix it up and get a punish counter from her command grab. So I think having a command grab, obviously having a normal throw is just as strong, but there's more susceptible to throw techs. So command grabs are kind of a luxury in this game because I feel like parry is so strong. The other thing I feel like Manon has that's really strong, I feel like she has really good supers. I feel like no one really talks about her SA1 and her SA2. When she's cornered, like when you're like in a scenario like this, I feel like something really good to do is always boom, easy side switch combo. Right now you got Jamie in the corner, or easy side switch, because the corner in Street Fighter 6 is kind of like death. So being able to side switch on the fly off of like easy light confirm is really good. And her SA2 can actually lead to a lot of damage. There we go. First try, baby. So yeah, if you get a good SA2 combo, you can get like 5,000 damage off of an SA2, which is kind of insane because that is a lot of damage for just spending 2 bars. Usually most characters have to go to level 3 to get that kind of damage, or be Luke. But Manon has situational damage. One other thing I like about Manon that people kind of make fun of me for, I like the unique character design of Manon. I feel like that's one thing I feel like people don't take into consideration. The main thing about playing a video game is having fun. I actually like Manon's design a lot. I think it's kind of cool with the whole medal system and stuff like that. I'm not really too interested in playing like characters like Ken or Jury or Luke because in my opinion, I've said this a lot on my stream, they all play the same. They're kind of the Marth, Roy, and Lucina of the game in my eyes. So I actually like that Manon's kind of unique, interesting game plan. And the last pro I have to say is she is French. That is probably the biggest pro of them all. Being French is instant top 10. Now to move on to the cons. And boy, is there a lot of them. Boy, is there a lot of cons. Manon basically gets Oki off of nothing. So, well, all of her good hits. So if you do command grab, and so if you're playing against a good character like Lukington, and you do the command grab and dash, you'll get counter hit if you do anything, because, you know, you can easily just check the dash, and, you know, Luke's crouch jab is probably one of the best light buttons in the game. Also, not leading into Oki, if you even get the hit grab, in this scenario, which is pretty most common combo, if I dash here, I'll actually get punished. I can't even block if I wanted to. So Luke can kind of just lead into a full combo. That is probably Manon's biggest downside. There's ways you can set up for Oki, but setting up for Oki requires you to not get a medal and also give up a lot of damage. So it's kind of like, what's the point? So I feel like that's kind of one of her biggest flaws as a character. Another big con, which is kind of important in this game, and if you guys watch the Evo Grand Final, her drive rush sucks. I go absolutely nowhere. I'm actually missing this mechanic. It's insane. I go nowhere. I can't do drive rush jab. I don't have a drive rush button to hit into to beat other people's buttons. My drive rush is actually just horrible. Actually literally missing a mechanic. So drive rush is pretty important. There's no like jump scare that Manon has that all the other characters have. Obviously, if you're playing, you know, one of the good characters in a game like Luke or Jury or whoever it might be, you can just do that. And that's kind of really good in this game because, you know, it's a random jump scare that, you know, allows people to kind of change the tide of the match really fast. Con number 3 is her anti-fireball sucks. I can't really get around fireballs, as you guys can see. I keep getting counter hit every time I try to spin, or either my spin will whiff. Now I guess if I'm here, I could spin, but I'm kind of too close to react, and I would have got punished for doing that because the spin sucks. So either I get counter hit because I'm doing it too slow. Oh, I got one. Or I get hit because I'm doing it too fast. So yeah, Manon's other problem is her anti-fireball does kind of suck, which is kind of a big problem in this game. A lot of the good characters have really good fireball. So yeah, I can't really get around fireballs. Obviously I can kind of just parry and walk my way down, but then just parrying kind of opens up the other problem with the whole drive rush thing. I feel like her anti-fireball, if it was better, she wouldn't have this problem. But yeah, her anti-fireball, really bad. Another problem, this one's kind of at a higher level kind of problem, and it's gonna sound weird to say, you're playing too much neutral with Manon. I feel like you're playing way too honest. And, you know, people always say they want fighting games where neutral is king and stuff. But, you know, everyone has grimy stuff in fighting games, and that's usually what makes the best characters. If you look at the best character in any fighting game, they usually have something pretty busted about them. So I feel like with Manon, you're playing too much neutral. The medal system is kind of like the gimmick, or like the wrench that you want to throw, but the medal system's kind of only good if you're actually landing the grab. So I feel like playing too much neutral is the problem. Like, Luke can obviously just randomly drive rush. That what makes a lot of the good characters good in this game, having the randomly drive rush system. Or like JP, for example. JP has OD amnesia, or like Pierce, or like command grab. JP has like a lot of things you gotta look out for. Manon, I feel like the only thing you really gotta look out for is like, obviously, like random overhead or random slide. But like, aside from that, like, I can't really do anything from like this range besides something random that'll get me killed if you block it. So it is kind of like hard for Manon to really like throw out anything surprising. Another issue that I feel like people don't talk about more enough, Manon's damage, aside from the last problem that I feel like this one is very minor, but I actually think it's kind of super important. Her combos are very finicky. If you guys watch any of my streams, like, you've seen, you know, people randomly fall out of my my level 2 super like that. I might think about playing anyone else. I don't know yet. Case in point. Her combos are very finicky. I go that way. So, okay, so those are all the cons with Manon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You guys, we've been at 17.6K. You know, the videos have been coming out, and you know, trying to do more YouTube stuff, do more content, streaming on Twitch more. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube video. I mean, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next video. Peace.